Hello everyone and welcome to the next tutorial on duct tape stuff. Today we're going to be making a duct tape cell phone case, so let's get started here. For this tutorial I'm going to be teaching on how to make a case for a simple clamshell type phone like this. Depending on what kind of phone you're making it for, you might have to modify the size or the way that it's designed a little bit. But I'll show you along the way if you need to make any special modifications, if you're doing it for this kind of phone or just a simple regular style cell phone with no flipping. So let's get on to the first step. Alright, this cell phone here is about 3¼ inches high, so I cut out 4 strips that are 4 inches long, and that's basically a good rule of thumb. So you take your cell phone and then add pretty much 3/4 of an inch on, and that's how long you want to cut the tape out for it. So this cell phone is 3¼ inches high, so I'm cutting out 4-inch strips, a 3/4 inch difference. So the first thing I'm going to do is take 2 of the strips and stick them together just like this. Just like that. Now if you'll notice, 2 pieces of duct tape stuck together is not exactly long enough, or it's not exactly wide enough for the cell phone to fit, so I'm going to have to expand on this strip here a little bit. So I'm going to take another one and add on to it, not by much, just maybe about 1/2 inch or so. Flip it over, take my last strip here and cover up the rest of the sticky side just like this. Okay, and you'll notice that's enough room for the cell phone to sit. Now you want to be able to peel it off on the sides here just a little bit, and it should go about halfway up the cell phone. So peel up both the sides and just measure on the sides, and it should go to about halfway. See, it goes about halfway. That's pretty good. So your next step is going to make an exact duplicate of this little piece here. So take another 4 pieces and do the exact same thing again. Okay, so after you have your 2 pieces, make sure they're exactly the same, and we're going to get started here. So take your cell phone in the middle like a sandwich, and then take your 2 pieces and you're going to fold each one so that it overlaps just the slightest bit. So grab one of the sides and do your best to overlap it just like that. You're going to take another 4-inch strip, in this case a 4-inch strip, and you're going to apply it, say about a little bit on this side, and then you're eventually going to wrap it around. So do your best, push it all the way down, take the other side, and you're going to try to wrap it as tight as you can around just like that. So you got this side done. Now you're going to take another 4-inch strip and you're going to do this side over here in the same way, and you want to make sure that it's kind of snug. So after you've sealed up the sides, you can really start to see your holder take shape. I will say that if you have a larger than normal or a smaller than normal cell phone, it might be a little bit difficult or even easier to really seal the case around it. It really just depends on how well you do it, but you definitely want it to be a little snug around the cell phone no matter what size you're making it for. So the only thing we have to do now is put the bottom on, because otherwise the cell phone is going to fall right out. So that's going to be our next step. To seal up the bottom, it's going to be quite easy. All I did was take 2 pieces of duct tape that were 2½ inches long, stick them together, and this obviously is for this size cell phone case. It might be a little different depending on what size you're making it for. But all I do is just stick it on the bottom here, wrap it around to the other side, just looks like that. This is the bottom part of the case. Take 2 small pieces of duct tape and put them directly onto one side of that bottom piece. Come over to the other side, pull it tight, make sure it's good and tight. Take another piece of duct tape and stick it right onto that part right there, and then make sure it's firmly attached to the case. And then that's the bottom of your case right there. Now you'll notice with this cell phone case that my phone actually disappears really far into the case, and that's because when I'm carrying this case around, I don't want my phone to fall out. But sometimes when someone calls you, you really can't get your phone out in time because you're trying to fiddle with it, trying to get it out. And the remedy for that problem is to just cut a hole here in the bottom, and then you can just push on your cell phone and it'll pop right out the top here. So that's a good way to deal with that problem. A few ways that you can personalize your cell phone case is to put like a belt loop in the back here so that you can carry it on your belt, and that's really cool to do. And you can also color it and decorate it any way you really want to. So those are just a few ways you can customize it, and have fun making this cell phone case. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.